It is Valentine's Day season, so we're going to be creating this leopard print Valentine's set. Happy Valentine's Day! Hi guys! Please excuse my blue fingernails. I have a little bit of residue from the peel off base coat and it seems to be a magnet for my blue hair dye. So I've got blue nails. I'm just refining the shape of my natural nails before I glue my tips on because they're a bit scraggly. Pushing my cuticles back and just making sure there's no dead skin on my nail bed. I hope you guys are well. It's been a while since I uploaded a video the other day, but I didn't speak, so today I'm speaking. I'm just gently buffing the surface of my nail, making sure there's no product on there or dry skin. Giving them a wipe with some isopropyl alcohol and using this opportunity to push my cuticles back a little bit as well. This is obviously sped up a little bit because this is a slow process and I didn't want my video to be extra long. Now that I've cleaned my nails, I'm going to go in with some all-in-one Biab from the gel bottle. A little too much on the brush, so I'm just wiping the excess off on the bigger fingernail rather than flooding the cuticles of my little finger. I'm going to do one coat of this on every nail, making sure the whole nail is covered but not too thickly. And once that's done, I've cured it for 60 seconds and now I'm going to adhere my tips using the X Coat tip glue from BT Art Box. I've got my little flashy lamp so I can just flash cure each tip on before I put them in the lamp for a full 60-second cure. As always, I am rocking the nail on, putting it on at the cuticle area and then slowly rocking it down, making sure there's no air bubbles. And I'll repeat that process on each finger, just squeezing some glue into the well of the nail. Well, not the well, the area that will be on my nail. And I've managed to get it on my hand there, but here we go. Going close to the cuticle area and rocking it down, making sure there's no air bubbles. And then I'll hold it under the lamp for 20 seconds just to make sure it's held in place before I go on to the next nail. And I'll repeat the same process until we've got a nail on every finger. And there we are, we've got a nail on every nail bed. And I'm just using some alcohol and a lint-free wipe to make sure there's no sticky residue anywhere before I start filing. I do want these a little bit shorter, so I'm just using this tip cutter to tape them down a little bit, checking that they're all roughly around the same length before we start filing. I'm just using a hand file because I do want these to be a kind of oval almond shape. So I'm just reshaping them. And I'll repeat this process until all of the nails are looking as similar as they can, not twins, maybe sisters and cousins. And once I'm happy with the shape, and I've done that on all the nails, I'll just use my hand buffer to make sure there's no little bits sticking out and buff the surface of all the nails so they're ready for painting. Before I do that, I'm just going to use my E-file and a cuticle bit to go around the cuticle areas and make sure there's not any overspill of glue. So we don't want that on there. And once again, I'll repeat that on every nail until there's no glue sticking out. And once I'm happy, I'll give them a dust off with my little dusty brush. Make sure there's no little bits sticking out. Give them a wipe with some alcohol, and we're finally ready to paint. Because I find this X-Coat tip adhesive quite sticky even after you've given it a wipe down, I'm just going to go over the underneath of the nails with some clear top coat just to make sure there's nothing sticky, because before you know it they'll be looking filthy with all fluff and dust stuck to them and we don't want that. So I'm just going to paint under with clear top coat, make sure there's none on my skin, and pop that in the lamp for 60 seconds. And now I'm going to go over the top of the nails with some base coat just to give them a little bit more strength. This is a 5-in-1, so it's a builder gel and a base coat. This will just give the nails a little bit more strength and give our gel polish something nice to stick to and a nice smooth surface, so we don't have any lumps or scratches. I'll do a thin coat of that on every nail and cure for 60 seconds. Now I'm going in with this lovely light blue from Now Reserve LA. It's called Another Glass. I love this colour. I'm going to do 2 coats of this on every nail, curing for 60 seconds between coats. You've probably seen me do this a million times. Before I do my artwork, I do like to put down a layer of matte top coat. So I'm going to give all of these a coat of matte top coat and cure for 60 seconds before we start our artwork. And this is from Now Reserve LA. I'm quite enjoying this matte top coat, it's quite nice. If you saw in the thumbnail, we're doing a leopard print with a darker blue. So this is On a Cloud from the gel bottle. This is another really nice blue. And I'm just going to take some out, or decanter if you want to be fancy, onto this little painting silicone palette. And I've got a little brush here, and I'm just going to do some little splodges with it. I'm going to make sure they're not too close together and that they're not all the same. Can't really go wrong with a leopard print. I always say animal prints because they're organic. They don't have to be perfect, because nothing in nature is completely perfect. And once I'm happy with that, I'll cure it in the lamp for a full 60 seconds. And now I'm going in with my black, one of the little bristles from the brush falling off there. And that's black from the Now Reserve as well. Do you like my jumper? My friend bought me this for Christmas. These are my dogs, Jack and Judy, on my snuddy. Anyway, I've got another little brush and I'm just going to go around the outside of those splodges. I don't know if you've noticed, but my hand is shaking a little bit. Been suffering with some hand tremors lately. It's not very often, but also I do find that my left hand is a little shaky anyway. That's why I like doing designs like this when I'm painting my dominant hand with my non-dominant hand, because these lines don't have to be perfect. You won't see me trying to do straight perfect lines when I'm using my left hand. Anyway, going around those splodges, and I'm not doing a perfect circle, we're just doing some little squiggly bits either side, making it look like animal print. I do have something I'm using for reference. It's actually the inspo for this set. It's a woolly hat I've got, so I'm kind of looking at that. It is always good to have a quick look at something if you're doing something like animal print, Even though in your head you may think you know exactly what it looks like, it's always good just to have a glance at a reference just to make sure. Once I'm satisfied with that animal print, I have cured it in the lamp for a full 60 seconds, and now I'm going over it with my matte top coat again. I wanted to just do this one nail from beginning to end so you could see what it was going to look like. Because it is the same on every nail, I didn't see the point in making you watch me do the same thing over and over again. So what I've done is I have filmed the rest of my hand, but I've got it on a time lapse, so it's really fast. So we don't sit here for ages. But you see, this time I'm doing every finger all at the same time, the whole process, rather than doing one finger from beginning to end, because that would take forever and would be really silly. And there we go, we've got the matte top coat on all the nails and the animal prints all done. And they look lovely, and you could leave them like this, but why would we do that when we could add bling? Also, it being Valentine's Day, I thought it was a perfect excuse to break out the red hearts. So I've got my bling glue there, and I'm just going to put a little splodge of that in the middle of each nail and pop on one of these little hearts using my rhinestone picker that's like a million years old. I do have a new one somewhere, I promise, but you know, if it ain't broke, I need to get rid of it. I'm making sure they're kind of in the middle of the nail, and then I'll look at it from different angles to make sure that it is right in the center. And once it's been cured for 60 seconds, I'll just go around it, never on the stone, always around with the top coat, and still matte top coat, but this will just cover up any little bits of the glue and help seal that stone in so it doesn't go anywhere. And these did last for a while. I had a little struggle trying to get them off, to be honest, the stone. But yeah, that glue is really good. It's the brand XEIJAY from, I think, from Temu and AliExpress, and all those places have it. And here we go. Got the stones on every nail. I thought these were really cute, quite simple, definitely beginner friendly because I did it with my left hand. And I really like them. What do you guys think? I love the hat as well. I didn't for some reason take any pictures of me wearing the hat and then putting the nails up against it, because then you would have seen my face. But anyway, that's what they're looking like. I hope you like them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please do subscribe and let me know what you think of the nails in the comments. Have a happy Valentine's Day. Love you guys. Bye.